Model Y Juniper, the new Model Y, the new refreshed Model Y, has a potential release date of tomorrow, or maybe even today, depending on when you are watching this, which actually kind of makes sense if you think about it, if this is actually going to be a release date for it. So let's take a look at it. Here's a post, and this actually makes a ton of sense because we know this after watching Tesla deals and everything for the past couple of years now. Tesla likes making updates. They like making changes on Thursday. And so the good thing here is it going to be a Thursday morning or maybe even a Thursday evening type of thing? But shout out to cheap Teslas for posting this. Sources: the newly refreshed Model Y Juniper will be released on the North American market tomorrow afternoon, January 23rd. So maybe it could be something where it's in earlier in the day type of thing. Typically, I feel like it would be way earlier in the day, like a 7 a.m. with YouTube videos or even a 10 a.m. release. But the one thing is for sure, if you are looking to get a Juniper, make sure you got that credit card handy with deposits and everything. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can save extra and up to an extra $500 to $1,000 off of your Tesla Model Y. But the one thing is, we don't know if it's going to be eligible on the Juniper. Fingers crossed it is, because that would be a nice bonus for sure to add on to that. Another Tesla X poster, Matthew Donegan Ryan, said, I've heard the same for what it's worth. And so certainly it would make sense, because this is why it makes sense. Thursdays is when Tesla likes to make updates. Thursday would also be 1 week from when they're going to have their earnings call. Actually less than a 1 week, because January 29th is when their next earnings call is. And also it would make sense because we have been starting to see plenty of inventory discounts over the past week. I mean, like this one right here. Shout out to Brandon for posting this. $4,500 off a long-range all-wheel drive. If you want a list of all the best discounts, definitely check out our deal spreadsheet down below in the description, where we're tracking and showing you the best Tesla Model Y and Model 3 discounts. And the beauty with these, like this one right here, $6,330 off of a performance all-wheel drive, and there's plenty more. And the beauty with those is that those are before the Tesla referral code discount, where you can save up to an extra $500 to $1,000. And I don't know about you all, I'm definitely getting pretty excited for this Model Y Juniper, because I want to see one of these in person, just like how these Chinese influencers or Chinese media are getting to access to it, because I want to see like this bubble area on the rear of it. I want to see what that rear tail light looks like. I want to see all these different features when it actually is going to be released. And here's another photo of the blue that's coming out, the Glacier, but I don't think the Glacier might not come out for the US market. I've heard some rumblings that Glacier Blue is definitely not coming out for the US market, so that would be a little bit of an upset if you've been waiting for this, because all the pictures and everything we've seen shown that the Glacier is actually there. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know, do you think that the Model Y Juniper release, the USA release, do you think it is coming out tomorrow, or do you think it's going to be coming out within the next 7 days? I mean, the flip side is Tesla might not want to ruin their end of month or beginning of the quarter sales, but at this point it's already kind of ruined, because people know that the Model Y Juniper is going to be coming out at some point anyways. And so now it's on Tesla's sales department to either make the spread between a new Juniper and the old Model Y, or the old new Model Y, old and busted Model Y, in terms of which one would be the better deal to entice people to go one of the other different directions, depending on which direction they want to go. In other news, there's a brand new Cyber Cab T for $40 if you're interested in taking a look at it, of what the purchase is. And of course, definitely more photos of the Model Y and everything that are out there. We've also got a new incentive for Illinois. I didn't know there was actually a $4,000 new Tesla rebate, the electric vehicle rebate program, starting on January 21st. I guess they already planned this, because maybe those state government officials knew that, or think that the $7,500 is disappearing, and so they went ahead and launched their own, which I guess smart on them if they're looking to push that electric vehicle in this state. And in some other good news, I don't know if, of course, this doesn't have any effect on the US US market, but the Model Y, the new Model Y, actually qualifies for the local incentives in China. And so I don't know what type of pricing or discounts these are, but of course, this has really nothing to do with Tesla because these are state level incentives. But it's still cool to see a vehicle that isn't actually out yet, that actually isn't released, is getting incentives out there. So fingers crossed we see some sort of replication of that in the US market, and maybe the Model Y gets the 7,500 as well. I mean, the only thing we can try and piece together here is, I mean, on the fueleconomy.gov site, it says 2025 Tesla Model Y, but also the old Model Y, the old and busted new Model Y, the legacy Model Y is also a 25 Model Y as well. And so this doesn't really tell us anything, but at least we can try and see and look to see if some sort of discounts or anything like that. But if you're looking for a Model Y Juniper discount, it's not going to be happening for a while. And I would expect if we get a release tomorrow, we could see maybe potential deliveries in March. Or, I mean, there's another post I saw that Tesla China is already pulling ahead some of those deliveries, and they might be able to get vehicles, new Model Ys, Juniper, into customer hands by late February, which would be very nice for sure to get people more of those vehicles on the road to see how they can actually handle and everything.